Hey guys! Today we're going to look at something you use every second of your life, but probably never stop to think about. Right now, a light bulb dimmer than the one in your fridge is keeping you alive. It is running everything, your memories, your fear, your ability to read these words and understand them. It uses about 12 watts. That is less power than a phone charger. But the real answer to how is far stranger than you think. Your brain is 2% of your body weight. It burns 20% of your daily energy. Just sitting still, it spends calories faster than almost any other organ you own. So how does something that hungry run on so little? In the early 2000s, neuroscientist Marcus Raichle noticed something strange while scanning resting brains. He expected activity to drop when a person wasn't focused on a task. It didn't. Daydreaming, it turns out, costs nearly as much energy as solving a hard problem. Your brain never really clocks out. He called this the default mode network. Worrying, remembering, imagining. It's all running quietly in the background all the time. That explains why the brain is so expensive. It doesn't explain how 12 watts is enough to pay for it. For that, go back 3 million years to a small-brained ancestor on the African savanna. Brain size nearly tripled over a few million years. That should have been a metabolic disaster. Every extra gram of brain tissue was a bet against starvation. So what made the bet affordable? Primatologist Richard Wrangham pointed to fire. Cooked food is easier to digest than raw food, which means more usable calories from the same meal. Fire quietly subsidized the brain. But there's a second piece. In 2011, neuroscientist Suzana Herculano-Houzel developed a way to actually count neurons instead of estimating them from brain size. She found something remarkable. The human brain packs in roughly 86 billion neurons, more densely wired per gram than almost any other animal brain on Earth. Bigger is not the same as smarter. Denser is. Gorillas have bigger bodies and more muscle, but their raw plant diet couldn't fund that density. Once cooking freed up calories, your ancestors spent them differently. They spent them on wiring. There's a third trick, and it has nothing to do with diet. Anthropologist Herman Pontzer studied energy use across wildly different human lifestyles, from hunter-gatherers to office workers. He found something surprising. Total daily calorie burn stays remarkably steady no matter how active or sedentary the lifestyle. Your body simply reallocates its fixed budget to wherever it's needed most. And your brain is first in line, always. During famine, the body breaks down muscle and fat long before it touches the brain. Every other system takes the hit first. 12 watts isn't just small. It's protected ruthlessly even when everything else is failing. Now here's the part that should unsettle you. In 2013, researchers used one of the world's most powerful supercomputers to simulate just 1 second of human brain activity at a fraction of its real complexity. It took 40 minutes and about 10 megawatts. Your brain does it in 1 second, on less power than a dim bulb. Why is silicon so much worse at this? Computers separate memory and processing, shuttling data constantly between the two, and that shuttling costs energy. Your neurons don't separate them. Memory and processing happen in the same connections at the same time. It's less an assembly line, more a conversation. Evolution didn't build your brain for raw power. It built it for efficiency, because efficiency is what survival actually rewards. A brain that burned like a supercomputer would have starved your ancestors in a single bad season. So that foggy, drained feeling after a long day of thinking, it isn't a fuel shortage. Your brain's energy use barely changes between deep focus and staring blankly at a wall. What shifts is attention, not power. Your brain was never built to run out. It was built to never stop. Right now, a light bulb dimmer than the one in your fridge is still keeping you alive. And it always was. You just spent your whole life mistaking the dimmest light in the room for the smallest miracle in it.